Good evening, everyone. According to your roadmap, we are having only one thing left to do. That is the payment gateway integration, the backend. Does anyone want to say something? What did we do in the previous class? Hello. Axios.
We integrated front end and back end using Axios.
So we have the
Connect our
Axios.
backend to the front end and display the list of the users.
Okay. So one thing that I want to show to you people is moving further to this dynamic pages, list, details, views, and forms. Let's do one more thing. In the previous class, we have learned about the Axios, right? And how can we import the backend data to the front end using Axios, right? But in this class, what are we going to do is we will learn how to implement the pagination. Got it? So over here, what am I doing is I have made a couple of files. That is, this file is my models, right? Over here, what I have done, I have stored the fields, that is name, category, and price. And inside the second file, that is the backend, I have made a route. Inside the route, what am I doing? I have made a backend where I have provided certain logics. Now, let me explain these logics to you. And on the basis of that, we will develop our front end. So what we are doing, what we are implementing over here is, you people might have seen a search function, right? Like whenever you go to some website, so over there, like in Flipkart, and you want a hoodie. So what do? You go to the search bar and then you start typing your whatever details, like whatever thing you want to search over there, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So how does that respond to you? That response, if it is already present in its database, then it provides you with its detail, right? So what we are doing is we are creating a similar backend so that whenever the user tries to search something, he gets it, and then it also helps him to find to find in the page in which page the product is being located. Say for example, I have made this route, and then I have provided the search, category, page, and limit as the query. And then what am I doing? I have made this query. And inside this query, what am I doing? I am providing this $sign with regex. This regex is the short form of regular expression. And how does this work? Say, for example, that I have written over here. That is iPhone, Samsung phone, etc. Say, for example, whatever you do, let's go to the Flipkart, right? All right. So here, can I write only phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Phone. So whenever I'm writing phone, then it is providing me with different type of details. That is phone under 15,000, phone, and then phone under 10,000. And in all these things, there is a one common word. What is that?
Phone.
Let me press the enter. So all those data which are having the keyword that is phone over here, providing me with all the related elements or all the related products which are related to the keyword phone. That is Motorola and then these things, etc., etc. Right? And say for example, I just write PHN. Then also it will provide me all these phones only. So this entire thing is being taking place with the help of this regex. Say for example, I just want to search for the shirt. So even if I write TSH, then also it will provide me with the t-shirts, which means that it will provide me with all the data which is having that particular string common, right? After that, what am I doing? I am providing one more keyword, that is options, which means that, say for example, in place of t-shirt, let's write a t-shirt and see all these characters inside this particular word are in lowercase, right? But what if I write one upper and then one lowercase? Will the result change, or it will provide me the same result?
Same result.
Same result.
Same result will be provided to me. Why? Because this is not case sensitive, is it right? If it has been case sensitive, then the result would have been different. So in order to prevent that case sensitivity, we are providing I to the options keyword, which means that the I stands for case insensitivity. That is why we are providing I to this options keyword. And then if category, which is provided by the user, meets with the elements category, then it returns it with the category. Understood? Or are there any doubt?
No doubt. No.
Now coming inside the try catch block. Inside the try block, I have made a variable, that is total. Understood? And then using the await keyword, what am I doing? I am using the count documents function. So inside this count documents function, I am writing product as this product I have imported from the models, that is this product.js. So over here, whichever query will be passed to the product, on that basis, that particular product will be found by the server and then it will be provided to us, right? So here inside the query, if I search iPhone and then the category is electronics, and that iPhone I will place in page 1. Getting my point? And this page you might have seen, like, yeah, see, this one is we call the pagination. In the first page, we are having this much of product. In the second page, we will be having these products. So this is what we mean by the pagination. So in whichever page the product will be there, that page will be provided to us. That is why we are also passing the page over. Understood? Are there any doubt?
No, no.
All right. Now, what do we mean by the limit? We mean that, see, in this page, how many elements are there? For instance, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 28 elements. 7, 8, 9. Okay, 40 elements are provided to us in the first page. Similarly, in the second, third, and fifth page, this is the limit. That is, 40 is the limit for each page. That is why we have to also provide the limit for each page. That is why we are limiting 5, which means that only 5 products will be showcased to us, which are present inside a particular page. Got the point?
Yes, ma'am.
So, say for example, if my product is present in page number 4, so how many products does it have to skip in order to reach to the page number 4 if one page has 40 products?
120.
120.
All right. Which means that in each of the page, I have 40 products, which means that it will ignore the products placed in page 1. Secondly, it will also ignore the products which are placed in page 2. And thirdly, it is again ignoring the number of products which are present in page 3. This is how 40 plus 40 plus 40. It is ignoring 120 products in order to find a particular product which is present in page number 4, right? That is what I have written over here. That is, in order to find the product, that is find query, we have to skip the pages. And now how will we count the page? We will provide the exact number of page and then we will provide minus 1. And then we will multiply it with the limit. This is the logic we apply in order to skip the number of elements. Say for example, my product is in page number 4 and then I am subtracting 1 from that, and the limit is 5. So that means 4 minus 1 is equal to 3, and then multiplied by 5 is equal to 15. So if each page has five products, then in order to reach the 4th page, it has to ignore the 15 products. Getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So it will skip that, and then by using the limit, we are also passing the word limit. Can anybody tell me why are we providing this limit inside the number? Any guesses?
Data type.
All right, it's related to the data type of it. But one thing we should know over here is whenever we pass some data to the browser or anything, that is taken in the form of a string. Understood? But here we are not wanting any kind of string to be passed. That is why what we are doing, we are passing this. Parsing means we are changing the data type from string to the number. That is why in order to parse data, we are using this number method. All right. Now we have passed the query to the server. Now the server will respond us in a JSON format. Now inside the JSON format, what will it provide us? It will provide us the total number of elements. After the total number of elements, it will also provide us the page in which our element is present. After that, it will also provide the limit followed by the products. So these all are the responses that the server will provide us with. Get this entire backend.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let's develop a front end using Axios and see how can we implement the Axios and provide the pagination as well. So now moving to the product list.jsx. Here, what I will do, I will import React. Along with that, I will also import use state, and then I will import use effect. What are these? What are these use effect and use state?
Ma'am, these are hooks.
React hooks.
We will import them from the React library. After importing them, one more thing that we have to import is from where do we import using what do we import our backend data?
Axios.
So Axios from Axios. All right. And then we are going to create a function using const keyword. And the name of the function is product list. Beginning with the arrow function. Here we will create different arrays. And in the first array, I will store search. The search is the variable followed by the function setSearch is equal to, here using the use state hook, I will provide an empty string. After this, I will again create an array. Copy it, then I will paste it. So here, instead of search, I will provide the category as the variable in order to enable the user to search using the category as well. And in place of search, I will provide category. And here using the use state hook, this one is also going to be an empty string. After that, I will again provide an array, and this time I will provide the page as the variable. And instead of set search, I will provide set page. And this time I will initialize the page with value 1, which means the default value of the page is 1, and the user is currently in the first page. Now again, instead of search, I will provide the limit to it. So this time I will not provide any kind of function to the limit, just the variable limit. And the initial value of limit will be 5. And then again, I will provide an array. Inside this, I will provide products. And here in place of search, what will I write?
Search product.
And inside the use state, I will pass the products inside an empty array. That is why initially this product variable will have an empty array. And after that, whichever product I will be fetching from the backend, those will get stored inside this empty array. After that, I will create another array. And here I will provide the total as the variable. And then using the function, I will provide set total. Alright. So these much of arrays I wanted. And initially the value of total is going to be 0. And then I will save. After using this new state, I have to use the use effect. And inside the use effect hook, I will create an arrow function. And inside the arrow function, I will declare a variable. This is const variable, like const keyword. And the variable name is fetch products. Is equal to, and this one is going to be an asynchronous function. Actually, asynchronous arrow function. Inside this function, I will create a variable that is const result is equal to, and here using the await keyword, I will use the axios. And this time I will use the axios to do what? To do what?
Fetching the data from the backend.
Okay.
Get method.
So here I will use the get method, and then I will pass the URL, that is HTTP localhost, and that is 5000, followed by the endpoint products. So this is my URL. After the URL, I will again pass and curly, inside the curly bracket, I will write params. Here, I will provide search. That is the same thing I am providing inside the query. That is this one. Yeah, this one. Search, category, page, and limit. So here in the front end also, I will provide the same thing. So after the search, I will write category. After the category, I will write page. And then I will write limit. So these entire information should be there inside the params. Params means the URL which is being provided to us. After the params, what we will do? We will call certain functions. And those functions are set products that we have mentioned inside the array. So here I will provide set products function. And inside this, I will respond the user with the data. And the data is the data that I have fetched from the backend. And from the backend, what did I fetch?
JSON format data.
What is that data about? What is we are requesting from the API endpoint? Which data we are requesting?
Product data.
Great. We are requesting the server to provide us the products data. After the products, we will again call a function that is set total. And this time we will provide the user with the data that is total, which means the entire products which are present in my backend. All right. After this, we will pass one more function, that is fetch products. And it's not one more function, it's the same function call only. So after the fetch products, we are calling this. And here inside the array, that is the empty array, what we will do? We will pass search, category, followed by page, and then limit. All right. So inside the empty array, we have passed all these data. Then we will save it. After that, we will calculate the total number of pages. How are we going to calculate the total number of pages? We will calculate it by using a math function, right? So here, what we are doing, you only tell me. Say for example, I am having 20 products, right? Let's suppose the number of products is equal to 20. And limit of one page is 5. So how many pages do I need?
4.
4 pages. How did you do that?
The number of
to-
product divided by the limit.
Great. So this entire thing is being round off. Say for example, even if say for example, am having 21 products, then how much of page do we require?
6.
Are you sure? All right. If say for example, I don't want one more page for only one product, what should I do? I can adjust it in the 4th page only, right? Instead of having 4 products, we can have 5 products in the 4th page in order to adjust it. Understood? So in order to approximate that value, see, though 21 is not divisible, 21 is not divisible by 5, which is why we are rounding it off. And how do we round it off? We use the math.ceil function. It is const total pages is equal to math dot. The ceil function is used in order to round off the value, and we will take the value total by limit. So this will always round off the value to its upper limit. Say for example, if we are having 4.1, 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, etc., etc. So it will always round off the value to 4. Getting my point? This is the work of the ceil function. So till now, we are done with the entire functionality. After that, what we will do? We will create a return method. What do we place inside the return method?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, when we are taking the ceil, it would be 5. What point?
Upper limit. It always returns, ma'am, upper limit of an integer.
All right. So it will return 5.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. So inside the return method, what do we place? What do we place inside the return method?
Then we have to write J6 to show our product details.
Any other answer?
Fetch product.
How many times did I tell you about all this? Come on, tell me, what do we place inside the return method? Look at the
J6.
previous codes at least. You mean the HTML tags, right?
Yes, ma'am. Right. I have said already J6.
you should have to tell only the HTML tags, because JavaScript we have already written over here in the upper part. But inside the return tag, we place the HTML tags. All right. So inside the
Why
return
React
method,
support JSX?
okay. Inside the return method, we will write the HTML tags, and starting with the div tag. Here, inside the div tag, I will place a header tag using h2. And this header will tell us, that is, we are accessing the product list. After the product list, I will again place a div tag. And inside this div tag, I will place an input tag. And here the type will be text. Then I will provide a placeholder. And this placeholder will say search by name. So this means this input will take the search functionality, right? After that, this ID and name are not required. After the placeholder, I will provide the value. And this time, which value will it take? Any idea? Whichever value the user is providing to the search variable. So for that, we will write search variable over here. After taking the search value, it will take an event, and that event will be on change. For this event, it will create a function, that is, we will pass E as the parameter, and this E is an event. So here, I will provide set search that we have already mentioned inside the array. And here, the set search will target the value which is provided by the user. So for that, we will write event.target.value. And then we will create one more tag, that is select tag. Why do we use the select tag? Why do we use the select tag?
Suggestion.
Okay, so what will it provide to us inside the web page?
Drop down menu.
Okay. So here I will create select tag, and inside the select tag, I will provide the event, that is on change. Here I will write on change. Here again, I will pass E inside the parameter. And then I will provide the set category function, which is already mentioned in the array. And here it will target the value of the category. So for that, I will write e.target.value. Inside the select tag, I will provide 3 options to the user. So I will write option. So here the value for the first one is empty, which is why it will provide the user all categories. And then the second value is going to be electronics. And then I will provide the third value as clothing. So here it will provide electronics only. And here it will provide clothing. So are you people not confused? Like, even if we are writing electronics over here, then why are we writing electronics in this part as the value?
Ma'am, value has been sent to the backend, ma'am. And the electronics will show on the user.
All right. So this backend is being this value is being sent to the backend. And what is the backend doing over here? Yeah. So the backend is taking the category C and it will match if the particular data of this category is present inside the backend. So inside my inside the database. So inside my MongoDB, I have placed certain products. So here are 20 products. So these all belong to the electronics, clothing, electronics, etc. So these are the categories in which I have stored the data, right? So here inside the product list, after passing the categories, what we are doing, we will place an unordered list using the UL tag. Inside the UL tag, what I will do, I will create products dot map function. And using this map function, what I will do, I will manipulate the data in whichever way I want them, right? So here I am passing P, which stands for the product, as the parameter. And then inside the map function, I will place an li tag, which means whichever product is present inside this Mongo database will appear to me in the form of a list tag. Getting my point? Any doubt till here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So here, in which format is my product present? In the key value pair, right?
Session.
All right. In the form of a key value pair, which we can usually take as an object. Getting my point?
Yes.
So how can we access a particular product which makes a product unique?
Out of dot name.
Using the ID.
Okay, name. Yeah, using the ID. So what we are doing, we are taking the key is equal to p dot underscore ID in order to take the unique products. And here we will pass p dot name of the product followed by the price of the product. P dot price. And this will be provided to us in the form of the whichever category the user is selecting, and then it will also provide us the category. So for that we will provide p dot category. Let's provide it in the parenthesis, and here we will write p dot category. So here we are done with the unordered list. After that, what we will do, we will create one more div tag. So here what we have done, we are storing all the products inside an array, right? Inside an empty array, whichever data is being fetched by the Axios. For that, what we are doing, we will write array dot from. And here we will write length. Why we are writing length? Any idea? In order to set the length of the array, which means the number of length the array will hold. This array is holding the total number of pages, which is why the length of the array will be the number of pages that are present. So for that, I will write total pages. So the array will be of the same length of the total number of pages. If the total number of pages will be 4, then the length of the array is also going to be 4. If the total page is 5, then the length of the array is also 5. Then from starting to the length, from starting from the length of the page, it will provide us I. And here the I is a kind of a parameter. And here we are setting a function. Inside this function, we are placing a button tag. And here the key element is going to be I. And then we are also providing the on-click event. So whenever the user clicks on the button, it will set the page to set page I plus 1. So here we will close the button tag. And then it will provide us the number of pages. In order to take the number of pages, we will write I plus 1. So now we are done with the button as well. And here finally, we will export the function app. Export default app. And then we will save. Since we have placed the buttons, say for example, are you being able to see inside this Flipkart page? These are not in the form of a button. So, but they are styled in the form of a circle so that we can click on them. These are the buttons basically, right? Which are being styled in the form of a circle. Are you getting my point? Button 1, button 2, button 3, this is it. Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Am I
madam.
audible?
Yes, yes. Yes, ma'am.
So in our page also, the number of pages will appear to us in the form of the buttons. Now, since we have exported this product list, what we will do? We will export it. So for that, we will write export default product list. And then we will save it. Now moving on to the app.jsx. So here we will import React. From the React library. One more thing that we have to import inside the app is what is that thing that we have to import over here? Any guesses? Kishan, are you there?
Course.
Import product list. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have to import the product list. For that, I will write import product list. After importing this, we will create a function. App, and then inside the function body, we will place a return method. And inside this return method, I will render the product list. And finally, we will export this app using export default. And then we will save it. Okay. So here we are fetching the data from the backend, and it will display to us from the front end. So here I will split the terminal, and here I will write cd front end. And here I will write cd back. Here I will write npm run there. Here I will write node server for users. Okay, the server is running. What is it saying? What in the fake result values from the list? Okay, see, here we are getting all these data which are present inside my first page, right? See, inside the MongoDB, I'm getting Samsung Galaxy, iPhone, jeans, laptop. And what is the limit of the first page? See, 5 would be. So if I write, what should I write? What should I search actually? Okay. Let's write sneakers. See, even though I'm writing all these things in the lower case, I'm getting the sneakers, right? And then if I check electronics inventory. Okay, let's search from the categories. So I'm getting all the data which is present inside the clothing category. Understood? Or are there any doubt? Any doubt till here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If there are no any doubts, then you people can leave the meeting. And we will move on with our this dynamic pages, list, detailed views and forms in the next class. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So I hope you people are working on your front end as well for your project.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you people will be informed shortly about your project details and on which date I have to take your project review. And I have already told you people about the do's and don'ts while you people are being reviewed in the day of project review, right? If you remember, I do.
Ma'am, is it going to be slot wise?
No, all of you will have to be present on the day of project review, and I will call the name group wise.
Okay.
Like if I call the name of one people and the entire group who is related to that person will be there. Already people can leave the meeting.